Hello, YouTube. I'm reading Robert Moore's book, Facing the Dragon. Facing the Dragon shows how pathological narcissism results from archetypal energies that are not contained and channeled through resources such as spiritual disciplines, ritual practice, utilization of mythic imagination, and Jungian analysis. In a larger social sense, unconscious and uncontrolled grandiosity all too often leads well-intentioned groups into a malignant pathological tribalism that wreaks havoc on their neighbors and threatens the rest of the world. So I just want to point out some very specific ideas within that really, really short summary of the book Facing the Dragon. So God is the only thing that exists. All that exists is God. And that truth of only God being the only reality in existence influences you. Because think about your own experience, right? If you were a pathological narcissist, you would believe that you are the only thing in existence because you are made in the image of God, right? You're not God, you're made in the image of God, or you're connected to God, and you're a little light that is a result of the sun or the light of God, right? But that belief that only you exist is true on the level of God, and you are connected to God. So pathological narcissism comes from a deep spiritual truth that has been misinterpreted or brought down by the ego into fragmentation and separation. And the only way to deal with this grandiosity or grandiose thinking, which I have suffered from, I've had psychotic breaks myself, is through ritual practices, spiritual discipline, and widening the powers of the ego to contain the archetypal energies of the unconscious. What are the archetypal energies of the unconscious? These energies are the energies of evil, the shadow, the great mother. The archetypes are forces within the psyche that are connected to the God within, right? The great self within. You are not the great self, and yet you are connected to the great self. And that's the reason that all of these archetypal issues affect you in the way that they do. So the solution to spiritual grandiosity is to widen the power of the ego to deal with these energies, these intrusions of the archetypes, the unconscious, the collective unconscious, into the conscious world, right? Or into your consciousness. So you have to widen the powers of the ego and make you have to become more conscious of what's going on within you. So that's all I wanted to say. Have a good one, guys.